Welcome back to Weems Motor Co. Today, Jack has a problem. He don't have a wheel, so we gotta build a wheel. Stick around. Alright guys, so got our great friend Mr. Jack here with a little problem. You don't have a rear wheel.
I don't.
You had a rear wheel.
I had one.
You had one, and then you decided to not have one.
I decided to wash it.
Wash it. We cut all the spokes out. I mean, literally brought it down to nothing. But that's a good thing because I think Jack has learned something through the process of owning an old Triumph. Is that do it right the first time, right? So yeah. This is the first time we're doing your wheel, and it will be done right the first time. New bearings, new spokes, new rim, new freshly painted hub and brake drum, new brake drum, new brakes.
Yep.
Like everything's gonna be new. New tire, new rim strip, new tube, all of that stuff.
New gearing set too.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna gear that thing so you can actually ride it on the road. So that's the biggest thing. So getting this bike, the 66 Triumph, back on the road is the main point of helping Jack out. And something cool about Jack is that he is a patron. And as a patron, we have perks. We give 20% off of all items on the website. We do giveaways every quarter, and you guys all get listed at the end of every video. And then that person who is selected as the patron of the quarter, they get special gifts and prizes and things like that. So Jack doesn't know this, but starting for August and September, every person who signs up for our Patreon is going to automatically get a free sticker pack. Have you got a free sticker pack yet, Jack?
Yeah.
I was fixing to say, you rock the shirts, you got you got an old hat. Your hat's probably just as grungy as mine, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, I was looking into getting one of the black ones.
Oh.
The black one, you know, hides.
It hides?
Yeah,
what?
Hides
what?
the sweat. And
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that it hides the gray hair. A lot of people say that, you know, we might be kin. We do look a lot of like. I think Jack might have me on the sexiness level a little bit.
Go easy.
You got a lot more hair up on top. I'm starting to recede there, and I'm a lot more white than you, bro. But anyways, so if you go into our Patreon and sign up during the month of August and September, you're going to receive a free sticker pack. And let's say you're not that person that wants to maybe decide to do that kind of support, but you want to go on the website and order shirts, hats, stickers, shop rags, any of that stuff, I'm going to throw a free sticker pack into your package. So make sure you go check us out at weemsmotorco.com and over at Patreon at weemsmotorco. Commercial over. Ready to lace a wheel?
Yep.
He's never done this before. Probably most of you watching haven't either. So we're going to lace this old Triumph spool hub up. Gonna do it, buddy?
If it falls apart, it's my fault.
It won't fall apart. I'm here with you. We're gonna make sure it's right. Let's knock it out. By this time, you're probably asking yourself, wow, Jack is like an expert at lacing up Triumph wheels. Is this your first rodeo? And
yes.
Be honest.
Yes.
He's lying. It's not. We were trying this the other day, and I made the mistake of ordering the wrong size rim. I had a 19-inch when we were needing to use an 18. So he's had a little practice at it, but this is the first time he's actually laced it, and we've completed the process. So high five. Good job. Good job. Not too difficult. I give him a little pointers along the way, where to start, where to end, and you know how many spokes go where, and all of that stuff.
A little easier than I thought it would be.
It's not that difficult.
A little easier.
It's not that difficult.
When you're looking at the rim and all the parts, it gets a little overwhelming, and it's like, man, am I going to be able to do this? But it's a little easier than I thought it would be.
Well, let's just say it's...
I'd say it was right.
Well, let's just say that we got to do a lot more truing on this, and that's going to be the next phase. We're going to get this thing, get those spokes a little tightened so we can get up on the truing wheel, and I can show Jack how to get this thing trued up and get it ready to go. Got to get some bearings in there. Got to do some stuff like that. So at this point, we're going to get the bearings in there. But before we do that, what happened to your thumb?
Oh,
Tell us the story.
July 4th. This is why everybody thinks it's a firecracker incident, and it's not.
Oh, I'm sure there was fireworks going off.
Yes, yes. So, 3-pound drilling hammer, a bearing drift punch, glanced off the drift punch, and captured my thumb. Matter of fact, I think it was this side, right here, between the hammer and this.
Ouch.
Good times.
If you guys are queasy, just skip forward about 5 seconds because we're going to show the picture of what that looked like. Here it comes. That was pretty gross, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's in our garage. He's safe today. We're going to get these bearings drifted into this hub so we can start truing this wheel. Let's knock it out. All right, Mr. Jack. PTSD time, buddy.
Yes.
I know that you're terrified of hammers and drifts and bearings and things, but you have to overcome your fears sometime. His wife is watching this video. I apologize. Don't hurt yourself in my garage. Are you good?
No.
No? As a friend, I'm going to drift your bearing in for you, okay? As a friend. Other side. Spacer. Beautiful. High five. And that's how you drive bearings. Alright, so we got the wheel up on the truing stand. Good job lacing. It only took 15 tries, but we're here now and we're ready to start truing the wheel. The process when you're truing the wheel, the first thing you want to do is remove the up and down. So as you spin it, you see how that wheel's kind of going blah, 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 Jack?
I do.
We don't want the wheel to go blah, 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 because if you're riding down the road, how do you think it's going to be? Blah, 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 but really fast, like super fast. So we got to take out that up and down. And once we do that, then we work the side to side. We've already figured out what our offset is from the face of the hub to the outside of the rim, and it's all based on what kind of motorcycle you got, what size rim you got, the width of your rim, and the offset basically means, hey, I want to keep the tire away from my chain, so my chain doesn't rub on the sidewall.
Like mine was doing.
Like yours was doing. Well, we're gonna remedy that for Jack. Well, actually, he's gonna do it himself. So now, all we're gonna do is, as that wheel looks up and down, we find the low spot. That low spot, we know that that wheel needs to come up on that side. So the way to do that is to find the high spot. So the high spot, we know it needs to come down on that side. So what we do is, there's a couple different ways. You tighten on that side and you loosen on the other side so it brings that wheel down. It's a long, boring process. I call it mind-numbing activity because your mind will just go numb after you do this for a while. So we're not gonna.
Mine's already numb.
Yours is hard. I'm boring him in his own video. So we're not going to bore you guys with it. I'm just going to set the camera up and let it time lapse. And I'm going to see how bad Jack can get this wheel out of round. You ready?
Jared says, oh yeah, this will be easy. We can do this. This is not easy. This is not easy at all.
Well, not too bad. We got the up and down within, what, 15 thousandths? And
Roughly there, right? Yeah.
roughly 15 thousandths. We're working against that little weld mark in the middle, but the manual says 40 thousandths tolerance, so we are well within. And now, Jack, we got the up and down done. What do you think we do next?
Side to side.
Side to side, work it like I don't know, like those dances you do on cruise ships. You know, you go to the side and you kick your leg in, and I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
dip,
I don't.
dip, baby, dip.
Dip. Do you dance?
Do I look like I dance?
I don't dance either. So yes,
Gangsters don't dance.
that's it. I make music for other people to dance too. So. Got the wheel up and down, got to work on that side to side. Super easy process. If it's really far that way, you got to pull it that way. And we have this dial indicator to show us what we're doing. So give it a spin. Let's see how far we're out there, Jack. Yeah, I say that's about 200 thousandths out. Just a guesstimation. So we got to get that down, like the manual says, within 40 thousandths, but we like to get it closer to that. So I think we could probably get this wheel, I'm going to guess, within 10 thousandths. So it's going to be nice and true. Get the wheel back together, mount a tire on it, get this guy out of my garage so I can work on other cool motorcycles. Cool?
There you go.
There you go. Let's do it. Well, Jack, I would have to say that's pretty dang close.
It is.
Way closer than what the manual calls for it. So I call that wheel trued. Now the last thing to do is to torque it. Some of the old guys don't actually use a torque wrench on them. Some of them just go off the sound of the spoke if it pings.
Is this what they talk about, the click of the elbow?
Click, click, click. I have that torque wrench built in, yes. However, when it comes to your wheels, we don't want to play with your wheels because these are what hold you up driving down the road. So I go ahead and torque them down, and so that's the next phase of this. We just got to go through every spoke, all 40 of them, and make sure that they're all torqued to the same spec. Super easy process. You start at where the valve stem comes through, you go 3, and you just keep going 3, 3, 3 until you get back to your starting 1. Super easy process. I believe in you. You can do it. You've done so good so far. I mean, not too bad.
I'm kind of proud of myself.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. High five. Nailed it. Jack, you're nailing it. Nailing it, making it happen. Got a wheel that's all trued, ready to go, torqued all the way up to 44 inch-pounds. And you ready to make the next part happen?
I'm going to destroy it.
Take all of that pretty brand new stuff you have and take a grinder to it. Now, a lot of people freak out at this portion. It never fails to happen when you're building a wheel. You order custom spokes, you order a custom wheel and everything like that. And there's always going to be a few of the spokes that protrude through the bottom portion of the wheel. And you don't want to leave those protrusions because it'll go through the rim strip, it'll puncture the tube. You want to make sure that all of those nipple heads are all smooth, just like what's on your chest. Make sure your nipple heads are smooth.
They ain't smooth.
Can I take this angle grinder and smooth your nipple heads?
Any money involved?
You couldn't pay me enough to do that. So Jack's gonna go through.
You were paying. Never mind.
No. So Jack's gonna go around the rim, make sure that there is none of those spokes protruding through the nipple heads, that it's nice and smooth. Then we can throw a rim strip on there, and then we can mount that tire up, and then we can get this guy on the road. You ready?
Nope. Let's do it anyways.
Let's do it. All right, Mr. Jack has nailed it. Boom. Got his wheel all laced up, trued. Got the spokes all trimmed down so they're not going to puncture through the rim strip, which he's already installed on there. Now we simply just got to take a tire and a tube and assemble it without pinching the tube, because you don't want to buy a new tube after this. And then he's going to have one complete wheel to throw back on his Triumph. You ready?
I've never done this successfully.
Never done it successfully. Today is going to be the first time you successfully assembled a full wheel tube and tire. Right here at Weems Motor Co. Go buy a t-shirt, go buy a hat, go support what we got going on here. Just in case he punches his tube, you guys can help us buy another one. Alright, pretty easy. Soapy water on a rag, wrap it around the inside of the tire. Get it nice and lubed up, because a little lube never hurt anybody, did it?
Who doesn't like lube?
Who doesn't like lube? Well, I tell you what, mounting tires, they really like lube. So I put a lot on there, make sure it's good to go. All right,
Now I
now
don't have to wash it.
it's true. Jack, take your tube, take the valve stem cap off of it, and the first nut, only the first nut. And then what I want you to do is take that valve stem, stick it through the hole for the valve stem in the wheel, and I only want you to thread about halfway up that, okay? Fold your tube in half, just like that. Then you're going to take your tire and slide it over that portion where the valve stem was at, just like that.
All right.
All right? So now we're going to start working our spoons around that rim. Half the tire on. Now, we're going to take the tube, fold it in half widthwise, and just shove it up inside. One mounted tire. So super awesome USB rechargeable air compressor for basketballs, humans.
Still trying to figure out the human thing out.
I don't know, maybe we plug it into your belly button. Beep.
Not where I was going with that.
Hey Jack, they can't see the rest of your face. There you go.
It's not my face they want to see.
As well. Hey, I like his face. It's pretty. Kind of reminds me of looking in a mirror. All right, so screw it on there. Get this thing aired up and get him out of my shop. All right, we got a tire mounted up. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
What's that old, we sell black ties, we sell blue ties, we sell econ ties. Remember that old commercial?
No, I don't remember that commercial.
I am older than you. So.
You are. He's quite a bit older than me. He's what, like 37 years older than me?
About that, give or take.
Jack's only 3 years older than me. So last point in the process before we wrap up this video is we're going to true this. And it's a super easy process. We're not going to bother you or bore you with this. I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to set the camera down and let it run the credits. But what you basically do is you spin the wheel and then you let it spin until wherever it stops. And then you take this nice little pointer down here on the bottom and you take a little marker and go beep right where it was at on the chrome part of the wheel so you can wipe it off later. And then you spin the wheel again and you wait for it to stop and you mark it and you spin the wheel again. If you find that it's stopping in the same exact places every time, Jack, then you know that that's the heavy spot in the wheel. And then all you do is you take one of your weights and just take a piece of tape. Don't adhere it to it, but take a piece of tape, stick it on the opposite side, because if it stops down here, you know that that's the heavy spot. We want to make that side heavier. So we put one of the weights on there. We spin it about 3 or 4 more times and see where it stops. If you're finding when you're spinning it that it's not stopping anywhere near your last time, then you're balanced. You're good to go. You're ready to throw it up on your bike. But that's what we're going to do right now. And that's how we're going to end this video right now with Mr. Jack, my good friend here with us at Weems Motor Co. So if you are new around here, make sure you jump down and hit that subscribe button. If you really like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what?
Weems Motor Co. is the best.
We're the best. We're the best. Thumbs up. Peace.
Thank you.